Should you buy a Model 3? Let's talk about it. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. So today's video, should you buy a Model 3? If so, should you buy one now? Well, it's something that comes to mind mainly because in the last couple of weeks in particular, I've had a number of my customers ask me about the car, specifically in an inquisitive way from the standpoint of wanting to buy one. And I've covered much of these questions in my videos in the past, but I wanted to compile it, and some things have changed here recently that actually make the Model 3 much more attractive and than it used to be. Now, I've had my car for 15 months. I've got 52,000 miles on it, and I can tell you that there are a handful of reasons why, yes, if you've been on the fence, you want a Model 3 and you just haven't pulled the trigger yet, there are a handful of reasons why now is a good time. So I'd say reason number one, it has proven to be a reliable car. Now, I know that Consumer Reports has taken the Model 3 down from their most reliable category, but that has nothing to do with mechanical reliability and the car leaving you stranded. That has everything to do with paint blemishes or panel gaps, minor visual defects, which, don't get me wrong, it's something that any new car should be reasonably corrected if there are problems there. But it's not related to mechanical reliability and the car activating and running for you on a day-to-day basis. From that standpoint, the cars are very, very reliable. You get in it, you turn it on, it just works. So that's item number one. Reason number two that you should buy a Model 3 and that you should buy it soon is incentives are running out, not just here in the US, but in other parts of the world. So electric vehicles still have incentives, but that's not going to continue forever. So it would be good to get on the bandwagon as quick as you can. So item number three, cost. Tesla has been dropping the price of the Model 3, actually in all categories, including the performance cars, pretty substantially. In fact, I could buy a Performance 3 today for what I paid for my long-range rear-wheel drive 3. So part of me finds that to be a little offensive, actually. Very irritating, because it would have cost me, this car was $56,000 as it sits with autopilot and that, and it would have cost me right at $70,000, so $14,000 premium had I bought it a Performance 3 back then. So kind of frustrating, although I got to tell you, the rear-wheel drive is more efficient, and getting this car early, I couldn't get an all-wheel drive or a performance car early when I got this car. Getting this car early was important to me so that I could make YouTube videos, generate a little bit of revenue, and offset the cost of the car that way. So I'm still okay with it, but again, right now the cost has dropped significantly on the Model 3. You can get shorter range and less options to drive the cost down below $40,000. So that's another reason to buy a Model 3. I would say also, next item is the Supercharger network is becoming more fleshed out. When I bought my Model 3, there were probably half as many Superchargers as there are now. So it's becoming easier and easier to travel state to state or cross country in a Tesla. It's a lot easier to do that now than it used to be. And so that's another reason. And I would say, lastly, would be just the fact that the Model 3 has become much more accepted, much more understood, and they're not ultra rare like they used to be. And so you're no longer taking a leap of faith. This is a car that there are many, many of them out there, and they're proving themselves. They're proving their reliability. They're proving their worth. And so I really think that the time, if you've been on the fence, the time is right to go ahead and get your car. put it in order. Go drive one if you haven't driven one before, and get yourself a Model 3, because the time really has never been better than right now to get one. So anyway, that's it for today. If you have any questions on this, by all means, go ahead and ask. And my referral code will be a link in the description below. If you guys have any specific questions about the car, I'll be more than happy to answer them. If it's a good enough question, I'll shoot a video about it. So anyway, have yourselves a wonderful day, and I look forward to the next video. I am picking up my cut-top steering wheel and my first for sale reupholstered Alcantara wheel. Hopefully tomorrow. I was told for sure within the next couple days, but possibly today or tomorrow. So anyway, keep your eye open for that. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye-bye now.